Now, up to foreclosure, we completed as a voluntary incomeliness. Now we will go for involuntary incomeliness. Involuntary incomeliness is nothing but someone is forcing to pay us. Means it should be like a property tax or any state tax, municipality tax, or a central tax, whatever the things are there. Some government now government is telling to pay that tax amount to like. We have to pay monthly or yearly property tax bill or electricity bills or water bills. So now government makes some rules and regulation for that. Now we have to pay for that according to government. What are the rules and regulations are there? We have to go for that only. So in those all things in comes in the involuntary incompetence. Okay, involuntary incompetence. There are four types. First one is tax lien. Tax liens is nothing but here we have to pay state tax and central tax. So state tax, we in USA call it as say state tax only. Sometimes federal tax or central tax both are same. Don't get any confusions. Okay, so central tax it will those all amount will go to centrals or federal. So state tax whatever the things you are paying it will go to state tax only. So for that state tax and federal tax the year criteria will be 10 years. So here you have to check if that year criteria comes in 10 years, you have to take that documents. Otherwise, there is no need to take those all documents. Okay. Next, we will go for judgment liens. Okay. In judgment liens, you will get so many judgments like criminal, civil, dependence, foreclosure, those all. So many kind of judgment you will get. So here we have to take only three types of judgments. One is abstract judgment. Second one is support judgment. Third one is civil judgment. I am not mentioned in this PDF. Well, doing judgment, I will tell you which is a civil judgment. Okay, so abstract judgment is nothing but if you made any forgery or offense or fraud, so that comes in judgment. Okay, an abstract judgment. For that abstract judgment, it will be 10 years. You have to check here. Here also you have to check year criteria. If that comes in 10 years, you have to take. Otherwise, there is no need to take that abstract judgment. Second one is support judgment. Support judgment is nothing but if husband and wives are there, then after that they have got divorce. So for they have one child. So for that take caring of that child, they have to pay some kind of amount monthly or yearly, whatever husband, wife, and both have to pay. So that judgment will comes. That the judgment will comes in a support judgment. For this judgment, it will be 20 years. Okay, for up to that child mature, they have to pay some kind of for his education or personal things, whatever they have to pay. Okay, for this judgment it will be 20 years. But next is third one is mechanics lien. Okay, what is mechanics lien? Mechanics lien is nothing but this is the agreement between contractor and the person. Okay, the person who wants to buy sorry who wants to build a construct a house or commercial property, whatever, then he will go to a contractor. Then they will make one mutual agreement between those two peoples. Okay, like they have that person who wants to construct, they will give to they will say to contractor within 2 or 3 years you have to complete this uh, construction. So I will give you this kind of amount. Then they will both are agree. Then it's okay. Then after what after they will say you have to complete within 2 years. Then what contractor that means he have taken some more days like 1 month, 15 days or 2 months. Then that person will go to court. Then he will put a case against that person. Means this person told that he will complete in 2 years only, but now they are telling to it will goes to for 3 months or 2 months extra for this construction completing of this construction. Then he has rights to put a case against that contractor. Even contractor also have rights to put case against that person because they have made agreement. In that agreement they have mentioned like this amount you have to pay. For example, $10,000 you have to pay. So now after completion of that work, now that person refused to pay like $10,000. Now he is telling I will pay only $8,000 or $9,000. Okay, so after that, the contractor have rights to go on case. Then he will put that case against that person. Okay, because he's not able to pay that whatever the agreement between happened this person, then he's not following the agreements. Okay, so for that mechanics lane, it's totally depends on state, like how their states are working. Some maximum it will be 5 years or 1 years. Sometimes it will be they will consider as a 3 months, 3 weeks. Sometimes it will have completed in only 3 days also. It totally depends on states. So maximum time we have to consider it should be 5 years. Okay. Next, homeowner association lane, HOA lane. So it is, you guys know that apartments. Okay, so this HOA lane for applicable for only that apartment only. So what is HOA means? Homeowners means they have built one apartment and all people are staying in that apartment. For that, according to them apartment, they have made some rules and regulations. So you have to pay like some rules like this. You have to pay maintenance leave. You have to pay parking bill, maintenance bill. So that kind of sub things are there. You have to pay. Okay, if you didn't pay means they will take against, they will take action against you. Okay, so that all comes in the HOA lane, means homeowners association lanes. Okay, so up to HOA lane, your all theory parts will be completed. We will go for additional documents. So up to HOA lanes, you know that what is deed, quitclaim deed, and what is mortgage, assignment of mortgage, abstract judgment, purchase money deed of trust, open-ended deed of trust. You guys are all, you know that. Okay, so now we are going to additional documents. Additional documents are those documents sometimes you will get additionally. Okay, you don't know like what is affidavit agreement, power of attorney. So now I am going to teach you what is affidavit agreement. Some of most people know that what is affidavit agreement. So again we are telling again what is affidavit. First one is affidavit. What is affidavit? Affidavit is a written declaration made under the oath before notary public or authorized officer. Okay, affidavit is nothing but if I want any kind of amount means I will take the loan from my friend. So between me and my friend we will say that by oath only we will say, no bro, so no I no my dear friend, I will pay this all kind of amount within 1 year. So we say that for that saying also it will not happen. So for that we have to make one document. So that document we call it as affidavit. Here we will mention me and my friend. My friend name is Smith. My friend, for example, my name is John. My friend is Smith. Okay, I have in that affidavit I will clearly mention I am a uh, John, I'm a John. I'm taking a some kind of amount from my friend Smith. So within 1 year, I will pay this amount. Okay. So I will make a affidavit. Okay. So that is we call it as a whatever we are saying, it should be note written. So we that is we call it as affidavit. Next one is agreement. What is agreement means? Before whatever the things we made and we said in affidavit, we will for that also we have some rules and regulation and terms and conditions. So for example, if I didn't pay within 1 year, so what will be happen? So in that agreement, they will mention in rules and regulation, terms and condition. After if you didn't pay that within 1 year, you have to pay some kind of amounts, extra penalties, extra rate of interest. So these all comes in the agreement. Okay, so we call it as a agreement. Next one is power of attorney. What is power of attorney? Power of attorney means, for example, one person have so many business means he can't attend at a time in those all business. Okay, so for that he will make one person agent. He will make the person, the owner will be the who is the exact owner, he will be principal, he will make one agent because he can't attend the all business activities at a time. No? So for that he will make one person agent. So he will give some authorities means behalf of that person also he can sign that check. Means for example, if they want to pay or they want to make payment immediately means that person is some XYZ place means he will not come at that same time. Na? So for that he will make one agent. So he will give authority to that person. So you can have rights to check behalf of me also, sign the in check behalf of me also. Those all comes in the power of attorney means giving some authority to some XYZ person. We call it as a power of attorney. Okay, next one is lispendence. What is lispendence? For example, John and Smith both are brothers. So okay, they both are brothers. What they means now? John is without informing Smith. John is going to sell that property. Okay, because John is going to sell the property. Then what happened means in that property they have right ownership. Means both person are 50-50. So without informing Smith, John is went to for selling that property means then after knowing the John went for selling the property means Smith will go to court. Then they will he will put case against him. Then court will give one stay order from the court means Without informing Smith, you don't have any rights to sell that property. So for that, they will give one litigation. For that, we call it as a lispendence. Lispendence is nothing but stay order from the court. So for this lispendence, you have to take until release. Means after all whatever the misunderstanding happened between those two person, when they have clarified, so then they will made one more document. So for that lispendence, for that lispendence, they will make one release. Means we we both are under we both are so under mutual understand. Now we will cancel the case. So for that lispendence, they will give one release. So after release, you have to take that lispendence. Next is probate. Probate is nothing but probate is nothing but you made one will. You guys know will like what means. For example, John have so much profit, so much of lands or amounts. He have some 3 to 4 childrens. It should be daughter or sons. He will give some percentage of those all peoples. Okay, he will make one will. So that we call it as a will. What is property means that will go to court. Then court, like whatever the lawyers and judges are there, they will analyze that the whole document. Then they will put notary or a court authentication, whatever that seal signature or whatever the judge signature will be that they will put on that one. So that process we call it as a probate. Probate means we have to take legal permission from the court for that will. So we call it as a probate. Okay, bank currency. Bank currency means some peoples will take the loan from the bank. So after that they will not pay that loan amounts. Then they will left the country. So they will make the banking. They will put bank in the trouble. So we call it as a bank currency. Financing statement. Financing statement means like they will check whether you are eligible for that taking loan. So they will check your civil score. They will check your background score. So if you are a salary person, they will check your salary, everything. So those all comes in financing statement. Okay, next is lease. Lease is a legal agreement between the property owner and tenant. Property owner we call it as a leaser, and tenant we call it as a leasee, where the tenant allowed to use the property for specific period of exchange of rent or payment. Means, for example, John and Smith. John have one property. Now Smith wants to do some business in that property. Okay, he will approach to John. So, John, I will give you monthly or yearly some kind of amount or rent. So I will utilize your property, but I will not sell your property. I will use for my business. So whatever the monthly charges or yearly charges are there, rent are there, I will pay you. So those all comes in the lease. So they will make one agreement. So that comes in lease. Okay, next is notice of completion. Notice of completion means I already told it in mechanics lease two-person involved. Like one person name is a contractor and one person who want to who want to build a house. Okay, so after that completion of that house, that contractor will give one notice. Means within the time period I have completed my work. So this is I am handovering this property you after completing all the things. So for that they will make one notice, then he will give to that owner. So we call it as a notice of completion. Notice of commencement means again same contractor will give one more notices. So we both are mutually understand after mutually understand what are the kind of amount you have to pay and which time period I have to complete it, these all the building. So for that beginning, so today I am starting to construct your house. So for that they will made one notice of commencement. Means that only like I'm starting to construct your house today onwards. So for that they will make one notice of commencement. Next one is homestead. Homestead is nothing but something you have earning the property. Means you will give, for example, you have 2 or 3 floors of house. You use only one floor, ground floor. You will use after that first floor. You second floor. You give for the rent. You are earning from that property, na. So that all comes in the homestead. Homestead is nothing but earning from the property. So we call it as a homestead. So next one is easement. Easement convention condition restriction means these are all the rules and regulations belongs to that properties. So you will some different state, different country, they have some rules and regulations regarding to that properties. So these all comes in that CCNR. We call it as a CCNR or rules or convenient condition restriction. Okay, both are same. So in that first one is definition of first one is easement. What is easement? Easement is a legal right allows to someone to use a part of another person property for a specific purpose without owning it. Easement is nothing but, for example, in your property, governments are planning to put a pipeline, water pipeline. So they will not inform, they will inform you because in this your property only that pipeline is going. So they will add that pipeline only. So here there is no need to pay any amount or nothing. Okay, but they will not occupy that, they will not take that entire property, means what are the pipelines they are going that space now, they will not occupy, just they will put that pipeline, then they will close it. Okay, so these comes in the easement. CCNR, convenience condition restrictions, are the rules and regulation on that property. Next one is legal description. Legal description is nothing but in simple common words, we are telling where your property exactly located. Okay, here you have to mention your lot number, block number, which street, which area, which district, and your pin code also, or your zip code also you have to mention. Legal description is simple only. Legal description is nothing but where your property exactly located. So here, legal description, proper grouping of words which can relate on a specific piece of land and which cannot be applied for other piece of land, means where is your property exactly located. So that is called legal description. In that you will get some sectional properties, lot and block properties, and condominium properties. What is sectional properties? Sectional property means it's a acres of land. Means for example, 10 acres, 5 acres, 2 acres, 3 acres. So that is called as a sectional property. Sectional property refers to pay the property ownership where the person owns specific unit, like apartment or individual sales of ownership from common is like like gardens, corridors, like elevators, like means they have some acres of land. So we call it as a sectional properties. Second one is lot and block. Lot and block. See here. Okay. Lot and block. Lot means your property or your house number. We call it as a lot. Block means including 10 lots. We call it as a one block. Okay. In that one block, you will get around 10, not only 10, it should be depends on that property. Around 20, 15, 10, 12, 9, 8. Considering 9 to 10 lots, we call it as a one block. Okay, in that block, you will get around 10 to 12 lots. We call it as a block. Lot means that only that house number or property number, we call it as a lot. In India, we call it as a plot. Plot. In USA, they call it as a lot. Okay, next one is condominium. Condominium is nothing but luxurious apartment. We call it as a condominium. Like in India, we have like a prestige apartment, Shobha apartments. So these all are luxurious apartments. So for that we call it as an apartment. For in USA they call it as a condominium. Okay. So this is your additional documents and title search. Everything will be theory part will be completed. Now we will move forward the practical sections.